When we first started planning our Mississippi stop, we really only had one thing on the agenda: land on sandbars in the middle of the Mississippi River and camp with our plane. But while flying through the Delta, we learned this area is basically the heart of agricultural aviation. Crop dusters are constantly flying over these massive fields, and some of the best ag pilots in the country got their start right here. Welcome to Cleveland, Mississippi, the heart of the Delta, surrounded by endless farmland, back roads, and some of the richest agricultural land in the country. And here, Delta Regional Agricultural Flight Training, or DRAFT, a school dedicated to training future ag pilots how to fly these giant yellow air tractors, is based. So with some bad weather rolling in, we ended up postponing our sandbar camping trip and took the time to learn what it actually takes to become an ag pilot. And somehow, I even got the chance to fly one of these $3 million airplanes myself.
Giddy over here right now.
We're Aaron and Paul, and 6 years ago, we had this crazy dream: to own our own airplane, fly it to all 50 states, and explore the best things to do on and just off airport across the entire US. And after years of learning and then building our dream plane last year, we're finally doing it, flying ourselves in our plane Tina to all 50 states powered by Lycoming. So welcome to state number 6, Mississippi.
With traffic, 513 Echo Papa, final 18, please.
Wow, welcome to Mississippi.
Mississippi, what's up?
Aaron, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks for letting us hang here.
So our time in Mississippi has kind of taken a turn. Weather has been a little bit unpredictable. What we originally thought was going to be us landing on a sandbar and camping in the middle of the Mississippi River has kind of taken a pivot, but I'm not mad about that. We are now getting to learn about the agricultural operations of aviation here all across the US. They have two big facilities. One has a school that kind of sounds like it operates like as a 141 program that's very, very structured, teaches people how to fly. And then they also have another operation where they fix these big, massive planes as well.
I've never known how people get trained to actually use them, and I think we're about to find out.
Joseph, Gus.
Good to see you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Paul.
Paul, Gus.
Aaron.
Aaron, nice to
Gus.
meet you. Welcome
Dude,
to
you're a
Draft.
vibe. I love it.
Oh, baby, it's always
Yeah.
summer. It's endless summer in
I love
Mississippi.
it.
Well,
They're doing a crazy thing of flying. I'm still really curious how y'all can get to Hawaii.
Lots of prayer and fuel tanks.
let's show you guys the planes.
That would be
That's what we're here
awesome.
for, right?
How long is training?
About 6 months. We got here October 2nd. So I can give you guys like the primer on how we do this. You come in, you have to be at least a PPL. You have to have 50 hours of tailwheel time, preferably 100. And then once you get to 100 hours of tailwheel time, you start on the progression through these planes. So you start in either this Scout or this Decathlon right here. And we'll start with the Scout. I'll just show you how a light bar works. Fire this up. If you look, see that little screen there? See that?
Yeah.
And so you can connect that to your iPhone.
No way.
That's how it works. And then you just pop your iPhone right here, shows you the field, and you just spray the lines. This is a career path. Truly, it is like, this is the career path.
So a lot of guys, this is a huge investment starting out. Like, you get done with your training and then you go into an independent operation. So are you looking at grants or loans or family operations initially to grow your own work? Like,
Some people want to be operators, some people just want to be pilots.
Oh, okay. So then they can just jump into a pilot operation at somebody else's.
Yeah, there's jobs. So there's, I'm looking for one right now. Like, I'm hiring, call me, 608-957-1492. 10 years ago, this was an old man's club, and the median age of your average ag pilot in America is gone.
And is it being replaced and replenished well enough?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
good.
programs like this, they're minting 10 new ones a year. I just finished it about 2 weeks ago. The program runs, so you get your 100 hours of tailwheel.
Yeah.
Then you go do 40 hours of light bar training in one of these fabric airplanes. Usually a mix, but the Scout and the Decathlon do the bulk of that work. After that, you go to your high performance endorsement and the Steerman. So the instructor sits in the front, student sits in the back. I think in terms of the program, man, it's a pretty cool harken back. I mean, you want to talk about what crop dusting was post-war. A lot of it was Steermans.
Oh, you got like the best type of schooling. This is so fun.
This is really something. I came in as a CFI already. My 9 classmates came in anywhere from wet commercial to wet PPL.
Oh wow.
So you imagine day after your PPL check ride, and this is
I can. Oh, my
this
gosh.
is kind of what they
That
step
would
right
be
into.
overwhelming.
Yeah, it is. It is overwhelming, but it's
But it's so cool to like be dropped in the deep end and you get to get your feet into exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like you're not just dancing around in a 150 or something. You're truly just jumping
well,
in.
and this is workforce training. I mean, that's what's really. I mean, this is a real job. It's very specialized. Nobody here really has airline ambitions. None of that. It's just a different little subsect of aviation. You know, it's just a fun little thing. And what the purpose of this is to standardize it. Create something where it's not just so scattershot.
Yeah.
You know, it's a dangerous job. It just is. The
Yeah.
statistics bear that out.
And then what does the passing the program look like? Is it a check ride? Is it like you
You're
jump
gonna-
in the
so-
big dog?
So that airplane weighs 16,000 pounds when it's full of chemical. 12.5, you need a type rating.
Yeah.
And so there's a type rating exemption, 5651. And so we get one of the guys from who's factory certified. We have two of them. Spray Dave is one, and then we have David Robertson Sr. And you go get your 5651. You finish up, not quite type rating, but the equivalent of type rating for that aircraft. We go from this to the 188, which is next door in the shop. But then you go to the Beast. That's an Air Tractor 802. So that is the largest ag plane. And that's also the same thing that does fire. So like if you like, fire bosses, single engine air tankers, that's the same plane. It's 1,400 horsepower.
Oh my gosh. That's insane.
It points directly at the ground and straight and level. So the first time you fly it, we put the nose on the horizon.
Yeah.
That's how we climb. You know,
Yeah.
you put the nose on the horizon, and that thing, you're going to stall. It'd be really bad.
Yeah.
I think it has bad stall characteristics.
Really?
I didn't find out. I don't think many people want to. You don't want to.
I never.
Cost to run is around $3,000 an hour. It burns $41 worth of gas a minute.
Whoa.
So you gotta
be precise with your stuff to make it work.
Yeah. Starting now, but I will. 160 miles per hour, which is very fast. Just a little old pewter, man. I mean, we'll fire it up.
No
You guys
way.
can see the startup sequence. Because it only costs a couple $100 to fire it up.
Yeah, just a couple hundy. Yeah! Oh my gosh.
What are you about to do?
I'm about to rip in an 802. It's the largest spraying plane in the world, I think.
Well, you better get some good video of that.
Oh my
Holy
goodness.
moly.
I'm gonna log this time.
I'm so jealous. What the freak, man?
Thank you.
That's so cool.
All right. Just kind of
This wasn't on your 2026 bingo card. This is awesome.
tick, tick, tick. There you go.
That is so sick. I know Paul is geeking out in there. I'm like, when are we ever gonna get the chance to do this again? There's the coolest people out here in Mississippi.
He ran some fields.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was so cool. He flew it. Yeah, I gotta fly it some.
No way.
This is the biggest bird I've ever flown. That was incredible.
How did it
Thank you.
feel? How did the power feel?
That was really, okay, the takeoff was pretty docile. Like I didn't feel like sat back in my seat much, but when he was dropping into the fields,
Going 185.
that was insane. Like the G's around the corners, the dropping in over the power lines, that I literally felt negative G's. That was incredible. He showed me the light bars on the fields and like
Yeah,
going
awesome.
back and around. That was really sweet.
There she is.
There she is.
Wow.
Delta Mike.
Delta Mike.
That was so sick.
Look at the hair's all.
I
The
know.
hair
I tried to
is
get you
all
the extra
over the
large
place.
helmet, but it didn't work. All right, well,
That was amazing.
we'll put the planes in.
That was the coolest thing ever, Gus.
That was more than
Thank
I
you.
could have ever asked for. That was amazing.
Our friends are gonna be so jealous.
I know all of our friends are
How
gonna
many
be
people get to fly the whole air trip?
I can't.
I know.
I'm giddy right now. I can't. That was so cool.
Is this an air tractor?
This is a Cessna 188. So it's actually kind of like a parts bin of a 185.
Really?
You go from the Stearman, then before the air tractor, you hop in the 188.
Whoa.
Pretty simple little thing. But
Wow, this is
so-
incredible.
It's a hopper. It's a hopper. So you can
Dang.
see there's a little residual water, which we can get rid of.
Whoa! I've never
Yeah,
seen
so
anything
is
like this
188.
before.
This is the 1976, this one. But she's good. 300 horsepower engine. Wow. You know, it's just like the Bear Hawk or whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
Wow, this is a day. This is awesome.
Already the best day, and it's only like 9 o'clock.
I know, it's like 10 a.m. Well,
10 a.m.
let's get these puppies back inside. You
Let's
guys
do
might
it.
know.
That sounds good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kind of my way.
We're just putting in all the planes right now. I still cannot believe I just freaking flew in an air tractor. I never thought I would do. I don't know why I didn't think I would, but like that's such an incredible opportunity. He was like coming in. I've told everyone this now, but like he was coming in over the field, and there was power lines, and so he like went right above the power lines, and then he just drops into the field, and that was crazy. Like how he can maneuver that plane and actually. I don't know, as he was also slowing down to get into the field, that was cool. Like you could see him, the power management was
And the flaps.
constant. Yeah, I saw the flaps come in,
Turn with the
and you
flaps.
feel it too.
Yeah.
You feel the
Turn with flaps.
slowdown. Saying a lot of it is like grant funded. Can you tell me like how it started and what the program is? Like,
It started about 6 years ago. What a better opportunity right here, Cleveland, Mississippi, Delta State, you know, to train. The commercial program they have was phenomenal. You know, we implemented ag into it.
Private pilot can come in with the 50 hours of tail, so 100 hours total, and then they'll go straight into Delta State to get their instrument commercial.
Correct.
And then they come over to you.
Well, we integrate. So
Oh.
these pilots need building that time to get to where they have enough hours to, you know, acquire their commercial. Then they come in here and, you know, they'll fly 2, 3, 4, 5 hours here with us. We get them going. You know, we make it happen. They have their light bar training, and then that's their basic ag, and then we go in, and then the advanced training is then flight instructors. We're all ag pilots, every one of us. Yeah, that train here. We have real jobs. We get a little something out of it, but it's pro bono for us. That's what we do. It's our passion. Well, that's why we only do it 6 months out of the year. We do it from October, which is when our year usually winds down in row crop, and then we start the process. And then Delta State usually, like I said, we're working on that instrument, and that's mandatory. That's not an option. That's mandatory because that again will save their life.
Is that industry standard or is that your standard?
No, it's just standard for this program.
I love that.
It's standard for this program, and it's a gift. It's a tremendous, expensive gift that these guys are getting. I wish I'd have got it. So we're kind of hard on them. You know what I mean? I sometimes I want to apologize for my gruffness, but not really.
Yeah.
Gus can vouch for that.
The eyebrow raise over there.
But it's serious. You know, it's what we do and what we train them to do it's not the norm. You don't go out here and take off downwind, you know, with a fully loaded aircraft and flying 15 feet off the ground and dodging power lines. And it's serious.
Yeah.
It's very, very serious. We will have graduated right at 40 students.
Congrats.
40. And all of them, every single one of them are in the industry.
You got to be proud of that. Congrats, man. Thanks for chatting
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
man.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Enjoyed doing this. Didn't know I was going to be doing this today, Gus.
That was so incredible meeting everyone here. Like the whole school and everything they do is super impressive, and like the structure around it sounds like very needed in the industry. And Ike mentioned that 40 students have graduated and 40 students are in the industry. So I feel super lucky that we stumbled upon them and that we got to meet everyone. And yeah, learn a little bit more. This is really awesome.
Yeah. What they are doing with their whole organization's incredible. I also just love how they're making it so much more feasible for someone to be able to get into this industry, because it's not a cheap one to enter into, especially in ag.
Yeah, that's so true. We are wrapped up here, and I think we're gonna go grab some coffee.
Coffee.
She's excited.
And then next up, we're gonna go sleep on a sandbar.
MISSISSIPPI.
But that's where I met Claire, down
In
there.
Antarctica.
Yeah, we met on the ice.
If that's not grandparent lore, I don't know what.
we gotta
is.
make it work.